What's up, badass Black Desert Mobile fans? So yesterday I came out with a master merchantry video about a player on the Korean server that was level 100, was able to get quad SS rank on the Korean server. After that video, I had a bunch of people say, "Hey, that's just not possible to get 4SS rank on global server because of the weight limit from items on the Korean server is a lot less than the weight items on the global server." One of the people that helped make that video is able to get SS rank on all four categories on the global server. That person's name is Teng. He is in the Vengeance Guild on the Kaia server. He is merchantry level 91, so not even 100, and he's able to do this. And he's saying that has been able to do it since 80 to 85 level on merchantry. And in this video, we actually have Tang's merchantry run with him getting quad SS rank in merchantry, so he's able to get SS rank for all four of the categories. And looking back at the Korean version of that video I made yesterday with Angela, he said that everything in that video stands true and is accurate. He just wanted to add a couple additional pieces of information for the global server players to understand that might help them in their journey for maximizing their merchantry rewards. And, without further ado, we are going to get into that. It's not too much. I'm not going to spend the entire video talking. I will, give you a little bit of additional tips. If you haven't seen that video from yesterday, I recommend checking it out. All of that information is accurate as far as what he does as well. All right, so the first thing he said, if you notice before he enters merchantry, he actually goes in with 2 to 3 of the blue items, 800 quantity each. That is important in order to try to maximize your selling SS rank. He also strongly recommends going through, if you notice, he goes through each town and checks how much food is available to purchase in each town. And if you don't have enough food to purchase, if there's not 1K food in most of the towns up until Delphi Outpost, if you're starting at Trent, and up until Balanos, if you're starting at Altanova, so like Glish or Heidel, if you're starting at Altanova. So if you're starting at Altanova, check all the towns going through to Glish and Heidel. And if you don't see 1K food purchasable item options, he leaves, comes back in, checks it again. It doesn't waste any food or any time. So you don't have to worry about leaving and coming back right away. He leaves, comes back, checks to make sure there's at least 1K food purchasable in most of the towns on the way. And if there is, then he starts his journey. If there's not, he goes back out, comes back in until there is. Starting at Trent to Delphi Outpost, he checks, Calpheon, Etheria, Florin, Delphi Outpost itself, Bear, and if there's not at least 1K food purchasable in those, he leaves, comes back in again. So his routes are the same as Angela's. He goes from Trent to Altanova, and from Altanova to Trent the next day, and that is pretty much his path. The only other two additional tips he has here is the second one is he keeps buying yellow items. If there's enough room in his inventory, he buys yellow items after he buys out all of the blue items, and then he does sell those once he starts to make profit, because they do also add up to purchased and sold items. And in order to get SS rank on the items category, it's the amount of items that you've sold. So before ending merchantry, at his last two routes, he has to make sure he's bought enough items between 25 to 30 items, because you need to have at least 32 purchased items to be able to hit 850,000 purchased to get the SS rank. And you should be able to have enough sold items for SS rank if you do that. Then you could buy all the items from the last two routes, use them again for your next day runs of merchantry. Again, always leave 2 to 3 items in your merchantry inventory, and the rest pull them out and sell them to the NPC. Plus, if their level is still below 70, so if your merchantry level is still below 70, you should focus only on selling the rolling crystals that you can craft in your camp. So focus on selling the rolling crystals from craft material for more experience, because if you sell the rolling crystals to a special vendor, it does give you a lot of experience. And when you hit 71 on merchantry level, focus on increasing your rapport if it's not maxed, while still selling rolling crystals. Because it's only possible to get 4 SS rewards when you hit level 80 to 85 or more to have enough food to be able to do that. So that is the additional tips that he had. So make sure you check all the towns beginning with their food when you're starting. Go through them all. Make sure there's enough 1K food or aboves in there to make it worth it. Make sure that you have enough purchasable items from your last two before you hit your last two towns. And if you don't, continue to sell. If you do, save your items. You have to have at least 850K purchased in order to get SS rank. And then lastly, make sure you're buying yellow items. If you've bought all your blue items, sell them when they're profitable. This will help you get your SS rank as well. Now, the rest of this video, I'm just going to let his run go through, so that way you can see exactly how he gets SS rank on all four of the categories. I'm not going to talk for all of it. I did talk for all of Angela's, and we went through, all of the questionnaire that I had with her, but all of the questions are the same that I had with her video as far as this one. He just had those 3 additional tips to add in there for the global players to help you get that SS rank. I hope I didn't confuse anybody. That was not my intent with the weight limit between Korea and global. My intent with that video was to simply help you guys get better at merchantry from somebody who does it every day, whether it's global or Korea. So this video, you'll be able to see a little bit more in detail how a global player will do it and get that SS rank and not even be at level 100, level 90, 91 even. So it is possible. A lot of people have said that SS rank in all 4 categories is not possible. It is possible. Teng's still pulling out some really solid rewards every day from this. So you definitely, if you have the time to do it, this takes him 18 minutes if you have the time to do it. And that's with his max car. He has that max level car with the 3 horses. So if you have the time to do it, it's recommended. Obviously there's some people out there that don't have the time to do it, but if you can, the rewards are nice. That's everything. If you have any additional tips or tips or comments or questions, you're welcome to join my Discord. We talk about all this stuff pretty regularly. I have Tang over there. You're welcome to come over there and probably bug him for questions. I'm sure he wouldn't mind too much. And you can also drop them in the comment section down below. Thank you guys for tuning in. Like I said, I'm going to let this rest of this clip roll. Appreciate you stopping by. Be sure to smash that like button on your way out. And with that being said, I will see you next time.
Yeah, I've been running and running to keep it 100. It's all that I wanted, but lately I don't get the stomach. The higher the summit, the harder the plummet. They know me all over this planet. I'm just a man and I can't understand it. Proud that I win and I did it myself. Probably wouldn't if I got the help. Hearing subliminals all on myself. Feel like I'm breaking, I'm falling to hell. Told me I'm sick and I tell her, oh well. Rather be dead than to know that I failed. Live for the chase, life is a race. I'm out of space, so me get on my face. I got a taste, well the whole play. Finna get laced if you step out of place. Like, first off, you don't run nothing. All talking, your team bluffing. My squad, we all dream crushing. We ain't rushing, no discussion. All I know is us made for this. Paid for this, yeah, slave for this. Been down and I'ma get it right. Get on sight like. Been down and I'ma get it right. Get on sight like. And I'ma get it right, dead on sight like. Never really know when you're gonna go. Why you gotta put another foot in front of yours? Bury them toes, carry them close. I was never one to care about my mentos. I was like froze, now I'm on floor. Give me that smoke, but I can't get high. We do the most, here to inspire. Doing what I'm supposed, but I can't get tired. Run for your life every night. See in the dark, blind by the light. I got the spark, I got the pipes. All of my arts coming to life. Had to face my fears while I chased my peers, and I found my spot. About time that I found myself. I've been out here walking that walk. Like, first off, you don't run nothing. All talking, your team bluffing. My squad, we all dream crushing. We ain't rushing, no discussion. All I know is I was made for this. Paid for this, yeah, slave for this. Been down and I'ma get it right. Dead on sight like. First off, you don't run nothing. All talking, your team bluffing. My squad, we all dream crushing. We ain't rushing, no discussion. All I know is I was made for this. Paid for this, yeah, slave for this. Been down and I'ma get it right. Dead on sight like. Been down and I'ma get it right. Dead on sight like. down and I'ma get it right. Dead on sight like.
She burns the bridges in my head by lighting up a fire. Bury my old thoughts instead so you could feel the same. I lay alone with you inside my mind. We would dance the night away to the morning light. Can I give you all of my love till we dance the night away? Can I give you all of my love till we dance the night away? And we give you all my love, all my love, all my love. And we give you all my love, all my love, all my love. Yeah, yeah. And we give you. So good in the morning light, reflections in my mind. Missing the fights, I don't care if I'm right. Let's just buy a bit more time. I live alone with you inside my mind. We would dance the night away till the morning.